The future will be a strange place full of new types of edible things. Are we leading into things that are bland but good for the environment? Or are we on the brink of creating new foods which can destroy the entire world? Well, let's find out and begin this weird list. At number 7, and this already exists, but it's called 3D printed food. And as we all know, 3D printing is a pretty new type of thing. And this has unlimited potential since there are new types of 3D printers coming out all the time. Now, 3D printing allows for creative ways of presenting your favorite treat or snack, and it can do things beyond your own limits, especially for a bad cook like me. Anyways, this is not exactly like the next generation of food since it does take quite a while to 3D print something which will likely disappear immediately after being finished. Plus, you need a little bit of 3D printer know-how, but I think that's going to get better in the coming years. Is it a food of the future? Well, it could be, especially if we build atomic level machines. We get to number 6, and it's sonically enhanced food. Now, this is probably one of the weirdest future foods. This method basically subjects eaters to different sounds during their meal, and it has some really unique results. The idea is to change a person's perception by playing different types of music. So, for example, playing a brass instrument would actually cause something to taste a little bit more bitter. And it's not exactly clear on how this all works, but it seems that particular frequencies can cause stimulation of sensory pathways in the brain. And it might be possible one day to actually have a brain implant which can simulate taste. And that is pretty crazy, but we already have brain implants which can actually provide vision, so it's not that far-fetched. At number 5, GMOs with health benefits. Now, I am a bit reluctant talking about GMOs because it's not something that is completely in check for safety and environmental impact. Anyways, GMOs will be here to stay. And there's a pretty big race to modify crops with enhanced vitamin levels. One excellent example of this would be golden rice, which is enhanced with provitamin A. This type of crop would be beneficial to nutrient-deprived populations since you can incorporate multiple enrichments that is affordable. But like I said, it is vital to understand how these crops impact the environment before dispersing quantities of this stuff into the real world. Ultimately, if done right, this can be a vital food for the future, but it does indeed carry risk as well. At number 4, and it's edible bottles. Plastic waste is one of the biggest problems on Earth, and many third world countries do not have any recycling facilities, or any way to get rid of garbage. More than 8 million tons of plastic are being thrown into the ocean every year. So we need to come up with a solution to this problem, and one step would actually involve edible bottles. Now, these are typically made by freezing water into ice spheres, and then the ice is dipped into a calcium chloride solution. The calcium replaces sodium ions and then binds the molecules together. The ice can then be melted and you get an edible water ball. For now, there is only one company which makes these pods, and only time will tell if this becomes a real food of the future. Now for me, I'm just going to reuse my own water bottle, but I can understand in a third world country where you don't have access to water, and this type of thing would actually work. At number 3, and it's algae. And yes, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but there are quite a few different types of algae, and one being an edible seaweed, which is one of the most sustainable foods of the future. So this stuff is typically rich in vitamin K, omega-3s, and even iron, while specific types even carry high amounts of protein and even calcium. Plus, dryweed seaweed can last for years. Now, not all seaweed is created equal, and some types are even toxic, so it's best to research what type actually works for you. But it's definitely a food of the future when we consider its longevity and nutrient benefits. We get to number 2, and it's lab-grown meat. Now, I'm on the fence with this one, at least until we can make this stuff better than the real thing, and I don't know if that's really possible. Anyways, this type of process would be the most ethical and lowest environmental cost for production. And this basically works by taking a muscle sample from an animal, then collecting stem cells and multiplying these cells dramatically to form muscle tissue. Theoretically, you can yield up to 80,000 quarter-pounders of meat just from one little sample. Now, cost is still a big problem since a hamburger ranges around $600, which is still better than $300,000, which was unveiled a few years ago. Also, I wonder if this can turn a vegetarian, but ultimately this would be a very good supplementation if it can be perfected. We get to a really weird one, and it's mycelium. We are leaning towards foods that can be constructed at a cellular level, but also be sustainable. Another edible source, which can be considered a lab-grown food, is Mycellium. This fungi is a little bit like yeast, but it's also multicellular and it can grow into macro-sized structures, which are typically mushrooms. So as this stuff grows into a dense network of long microscopic fibers, it can be modified so it can produce anything from leather to plant-based meat. And it's not just hypothetical, since there already is 100% composite mushroom packaging on the market. Ultimately, this is pretty much a sustainable food of the future. And it's going to be really interesting to see what we can actually make out of this stuff. Anyways, I would like to hear what you think about all these different types of foods. Would you actually eat any of these? And once again, thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel.